Another week, another weekly reset. This is the weekly reset for Warframe, Nightwave, Teshin, and the like. There will actually be time codes in the description if you want to skip to any certain subject, but a few housekeeping things. But the channel is slowly approaching my goal of 10K subscribers by the end of the year. So feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And I also started streaming a little bit more often on Twitch. But for those of you guys who miss the streams or don't like the way Twitch is doing stuff these days, I started another YouTube channel where I just upload the streams, edited streams, to edit out all of the BRB and all that stuff for your viewing pleasure on another channel called Warframe Madness TV. There will be a link in the description below. But without further ado, let's start with Nightwave, shall we? The first Nightwave will be... Hold on, let me see. Okay. The first Nightwave will be gain a total of 5,000 standing across all syndicate factions. Now, this is actually pretty easy, no matter who you pledge to, no matter what mission type you do gain reps. So as long as you are pledged to any syndicate whatsoever, as long as you run missions, you will complete this. Well, you should complete this. Yeah, you should be able to complete it fairly easy. You'll have all week to do it. If you're a brand new player, MR4 below, you might have a little bit of a time completing this. But as long as you're MR, well, 4 or higher, frankly, you should be able to complete this. But anyway, that wasn't the first one. I realized I missed one. Complete 3 Void Flood missions. You'll have to have access to the Zermon for this, which means you had to have completed the Angels of Zarman quest. It will be located in your codex if you haven't completed it already. I don't even know if you'll technically see this if you haven't. So keep that in mind. Then we have complete 3 sabotage missions. Basically just go into missions, complete them along with the sabotage, pretty straightforward. Complete 5 syndicate missions. Now, syndicate missions are, in my opinion, annoying, but they are just like any other mission. At least you don't gotta look for medallions. So that is something. Then we have unlocked 3 relics. Just cracked 3 relics. Yeah, which will be hopefully easier to do this week for me. It's super easy for me to do, but it is what it is. Then we have complete 4 Halls of Ascension on Lua. And finally, we have kill the Prophet Taker. So, yeah. Also it's worth noting for the Halls of Ascension, the challenges on Lua, you can technically, if you load into missions back to back and it's the same challenge, it still counts. They can be 4 of the same challenges. The game doesn't care. Just complete them. Get the drift mods and just complete them. You don't even need to collect the drift mod. Just complete them. And yeah. Now let's move on to the offerings. So the best one here. Probably sprint boost, I guess. I wouldn't really recommend most of these unless your guy catch them all. But sprint boost isn't bad if you like being Goss or Vault, because I mean I feel like these are really the only frames that this would Warframe on, but that is just me. And then alternate helmets as well as skins. And finally, we are here. That is how you get Vauban. His blueprint is just in the market for credits. These are fully built Orkan catalyst and Orkan reactors. Keep that in mind. Nighttime extract, Kuva, all the usual stuff that you can buy with credits. Okay, let's see what Hologram Teshin has to offer, shall we? Okay, so Hologram Teshin has Kuva, which, I'll be honest, I was not expecting at all, but it is what it is. Relic packs, my nemesis. Well, because I spent like a long time getting relic packs so I could get Grand Old Prime. So it's a long story. Anyway, that is what Teshin has to offer. Of course, that brings us to the circuit. Seren, Vauban, and Nova. So, I mean, I guess you can skip spending your Nightwave credit on Vauban if you want, or you can easily get Seren and not even have to fight Kayla the Same at all. I'm going to go for Seren just because, but yeah. And yeah, you'll get some Seren mod, Argon Scope. Now this, it's funny that this is here because this used to be like the drop. It used to be worth an insane amount of credits back in the day. You could only get this from an acolyte. They obviously changed it, but yeah, it was ridiculous, like 300, 400 platinum just for this at one time. Not so much these days, but back in the day, yeah. And now we move on over to Still Path. I think I already have all of these. Wait, I have this, I have this, I have this. Oh, okay. Okay, so I own all of these, but I've only installed some of them. Oh well, you know what? Whatever, I'm gonna pick a ribbon mod. Yeah, you thought I was gonna pick the same thing. They changed it, so if you own all of them now, you can pick mods or you can pick Kuba. So, you know what? We're gonna pick Kuba. We have enough ribbon mods for now. So, we're gonna pick Kuba, and then we said we had enough ribbon mods, but we're gonna pick a ribbon mod as well. So, Kuba, ribbon mod. There we go. I think that is our course of action. So now we get the Kuba here, and then we would get the ribbon mod here. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Now, as for Archon Hunts, we have the Rhino Archon dude this week. Oh, Rhino. He actually gives the Crimson Archon shard. Now, I have 40% of it being a Talford shard, but that could be higher percentage or lower percentage for you, because basically once you get a Talford, it resets back to actual values of 20%. So yeah, and then we have rescue, activation, and showdown. Showdown is when you actually fight him. These should actually feel interesting because this will be the first official week, well, reset week anyway, that the new Archon changes are live, which is basically they made it so you can do more damage before you can't do more damage. It will make more sense if you're playing in the mission. But yeah, it should be a lot faster to do the final showdown. And now let's see what Chipper has to offer in Kahl's Garrison, shall we? Okay, so in addition to all of this, this is how you get Cyanax. Okay, fine, whatever. But here's the new thing. The Amber Archon shot is what he has for the week. I didn't realize I had two of these. That's cool, I guess. But yeah, these missions are a little bit more exciting. I'll explain as we get to Kahl, okay? Because Kahl is how you get the stock you need to buy stuff from him. You do Kahl missions. This mission is here for me because of the simple fact that the missions do not rotate per week unless you at least completed a Kahl mission at least once that week. If you haven't, then they do not. And that is just one of the things. There's also a bunch of submissions. If you complete them, you'll actually get extra, or rather you get actual stock for completing the mission. So yeah, it's kind of a thing. They also gave him a bunch of buffs recently, so you might enjoy actually doing the mission. But let me know in the comment section below if it's one thing that you think you would enjoy, or you're like, nah, that ain't it. Let me know, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.